Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am still busy trying to knit this black one. I'm trying to see the marks, you know, when you increase you get a little mark, and I cannot see the mark. Sometimes I'm trying to feel it, and I've got this little torch here. I've got to shine that on to see where the little mark is on the... This is even in the daylight. I'm having such a lot of trouble with this black. I hate this black one. I am never ever going to knit another one. I don't think it's just the black. I think it's with it having the sparkle in it as well. It's affecting my eyes. I can only manage to knit a couple of hours a day on it. That's how it's taken me so long to knit it, because it sends my eyes funny. But I'm nearly finished this sleeve, so there's not a lot more to do to it, thank goodness. I'll get it finished one day. Hope you're not in a hurry, Claudette. But I have been busy. I have a couple of little baby cardigans. I'll just put that down in a minute. A couple of little baby cardigans of a friend's mother's coming up this month. She's not up yet, but she'll be up soon. Coming up from Wales. And I've made one of the little cardigans for her. I've made her a little 16-inch. This has took some of my time as well, because I have made a tutorial, which I haven't put on my other channel yet. But I have made a tutorial, and I have made PDF, put it in a PDF format as well for anybody that might want this one. It's a little bit different to the other little rosebud one. It's the space between the rosebuds, between one rosebud and the other, instead of having 5 stitches, I've only got 3 because it's only a little small one, and it's all done in one, so there's no join where the seams are. So it's all the way around. You don't have to worry about the when you were doing the size, whether they matched up with the back for the rosebud. So that's one little one I've done for her. And like I'm saying it, but I'm not putting it up until I am nearly monetized on my other Sheila's Just Knitting. I only need about when I look on my computer, it says I still need about 20 hours. But when I look on my phone, I have the same thing. I'll show you on my phone. That's my page where that channel is. I go on to view more. And that's watch time. It says up there, that tells you how many hours. When I click on that, I put lifetime. Click on it, lifetime. It says that I have 4,054. Whether you can see it on there. 4,054 watch hours. But when I look at it on my computer, that is where I have to apply to get monetized, to go onto the YouTube program where you get paid for the adverts. That says I still want 20 hours on there. Well, that one is a couple of days behind. It takes a couple of days for that one to catch up, but that's the one we'll have to use. So I'm not monetized on it yet, and then I have to wait when I apply to be monetized. It shouldn't take long because I'm already in the partner program, the YouTube partner program with this channel. So it shouldn't take long. But I'm not going to put that tutorial up until I am monetized, because all the views I get off it, when it's monetized, I'll be paid for them. But if I put it up now, I will not be paid. So it's not going up until up on the Sheila's Just Knitting till my channel is monetized. Because it must be only a couple of days, like I'm saying, that channel thing is a couple of days behind, because it always is with other things on that channel. So when as soon as it's monetized and I'm earning off the ads, I'll put that one up. I won't be putting anything else up on it until I'm monetized. But I started another one. This is another one. The lady wanted two. She wanted a white one and a pink one, and I've started this one. This is one I'm just making up myself as I go along. It's another all-in-one. I started this yesterday morning. I did a little bit. I haven't done any of it today. I haven't had time. I've been out doing a little bit shopping. But I think I've done this. I've done the moss stitch down here. And I am making it a button up. It's going to be buttoned. Still buttoned up all the way on. And I'm putting the edge, you know, for the buttons in the buttonhole as I'm knitting it. But it took me about 3 times to get this pattern right. I'm just making this pattern up myself. And I think when I first started it, I started with the wrong number at the start. So instead of having the same number of stitches here after the moss stitch borders here, I had it wrong. One end, there was more stitches on one end than the other, so I had to pull it out and do it again. So I started knitting it again. And I must have, where the little holes are, I must have missed one of the little holes out. So I missed a stitch and I couldn't get the pattern right. I kept going across the pattern and it just was not coming out right. Until I finally took a really good look at it and I saw that one of the little holes was missing. So I said, I'm missing a stitch there. So I had to pull it out again. This is the 3rd time I've actually got it right. Or I would have had it probably up to the, like I say, it's all in one. I probably would have had the back and the 2 sides finished behind now if I hadn't had all that trouble with it. But I haven't done anything this morning because I do little things like this in the morning from about breakfast time until lunch time. That's what the time I spend on these little things. But I had to go out and get a little bit shopping in, because I am drinking at the moment, this is lemon water. And I had no lemons left to make some, you know, I just slice them up and put them in a, like a jug thing, you know, and leave them in the fridge for a couple of days. I got a few glasses out of it, but I had no lemons left, so, oh, and I had no milk either. So if I wanted a cup of tea, I had no milk left either, so I had to go out and do a little bit shopping. And while I was in this shop, I was accosted by this woman. She grabbed a hold of me when I was looking, I think it was on the milk, looking at the milk thing. Oh, I had this cardigan on. Did you knit that cardigan? I says, yes, I knit this cardigan. Oh, I love that pattern. I says, so do I, that's why I knit it. And she says, you know, I've never seen a pattern like that for years. I says, well, the pattern I knit it from is an old pattern actually. I says, it's actually a child's pattern that I've adapted to fit myself. Of course, she started asking a lot of questions, and after you do a lot of knitting, and I says, yes, I do a lot of knitting, and I wish I could knit. She says, I cannot knit to save me life. So I says to her, I have got a channel on YouTube. I says, have a look on YouTube, I says, and I teach people how to knit. I says, but you know, this woman was about my age. And I mean, all of us from my era, most of us were all taught to knit by our mothers or our grandmothers. So I can't understand how anyone my age doesn't know how to knit. But I suppose it doesn't come easy to everybody. Most it does, but a lot it doesn't. Like. So I had a bit of a chat and natter with her, and then one or two other women must have heard us talking, and they came around and they were standing watching. What's a stitch on your cardigan? How do you do that stitch? So I had to tell them how to do the stitch, and one of them said, we could have a knitting club, you know. Do you live around here? I says, yes, I live around here. Oh, where do you live? I says, I just live over on Moorside. Oh, that's a bit far. I've just come down here from Benton, she says. Well, that's not very far away. But I do not have time for a knitting club. I've got enough things on my own. There must have been about half a dozen of us old women standing all talking about knitting and different patterns and how they love all the little baby things that they don't see anymore and that. And so I had one or two photos on my phone and I was showing them the photos of the things I had been knitting, and oh, they love the rosebud lace pattern. And I say, so does everybody else. I says, apparently, I says, I've emailed the PDF format of that pattern to a lot of people now. Have you got an email? Can you send it to me? I says, well, I need to, you know, you'll have to go on YouTube and have a look. I told them my name and all that. I says, write it down. I says, and have a look for me, and then you'll find my email, so I'll email it to you. But there must have been, there wasn't a lot in the shop today. It was this afternoon when I went shopping. It was a good time to go, actually. It was a bit quicker than when I know, because I normally go in the mornings and it's usually packed, you know, and a lot of people in. But I managed to get around the shop pretty quick, and there wasn't a lot standing at the checkouts. But it must have been, well, I think maybe Tuesday's pension day, I think, for some people. Maybe all the pensioners were out spending their, well, mine's monthly anyway. I'm on a Monday, so. But I just go any day. I don't go certain days. I just go any day when I want anything. And I noticed the prices of everything has gone up. I went into B&M first. I wanted one or two things in there. I'll have a look in there first to see if there's, because I have B&M is just practically next door to Aldi's where I live. And I was looking at the pint. I get 4 pints, or sometimes I get 6 pints of milk, but I usually get the 4 pint, you know, the big 4 pints of milk, and theirs was £2. £2 for 4. I'm not even sure whether it was 4 pints or whether it was well, litres or whatever they do it in. But some of them aren't 4 pints, less than 4 pints. But it was £2 anyway. It was a lot less than that in Aldi's, because I went in Aldi's and I got a 6 pint for £1.99. So, but a lot of things had gone up in B&M. B&M was a very cheap shop, but it just is not as cheap as Aldi's, I can tell you that. But I got a few things there what I needed and got home anyway, and I made my lemon water, and I like a glass of that every day. In fact, I have a couple of glasses during the day. It's nice lemon water instead of just ordinary water out the tap. I don't buy bottled water. I wouldn't waste my money buying bottled water. There's nothing wrong with the water coming out the tap. Not like my granddaughter and a lot of other people seem to think, you know, they should have bottled water. They shouldn't drink the water out the tap. But anyway, I haven't had a video for a couple of days because I've been that busy doing typing out. I have another one I'm doing actually. This is a 26-inch one. This one was at my granddaughter's on Sunday. I took this with me and I knit. I'd already had the back and one of the sides done, but I've done the other side. So I've only got the sleeves to do now. So I was typing, I've been typing that out. I've got to work out the rest for the sleeve and that, and then I'll be able to do a PDF for this as well. This is a 26-inch. So I found it's easier if I'm knitting anything, because I write things down. I have a pad beside me here, and I write things down, whatever I'm doing. You know, if it's something I haven't done before and I'm making my own pattern up, I write things down in the pad so I know where I am. So I've been bringing the thing up on my computer, the office thing that I type on, and typing the little bits at a time on there as well, instead of having to wait until I finish the whole lot and then spending hours typing the whole lot, because it does take quite a long time to type all these things out and that. I'm not what you call the fastest typer. It was one of my sons, I've got two of my sons, that is their job, they do typing and that, they'd be through it in no time at all. But one of them lives in Leeds and the other one works from home anyway, so. But anyway, that's my little bit for today. I am going to knit as much as I can of this black before my eyes start going funny. I'll have to find something else to do with the balls, because I did have 10 balls of this. And it's not taking 10 balls for Claudette's cardigan. So I'll have to find something else to do with the other black, because I am not knitting another cardigan or sweater in this. Just too bad for my eyes. It's probably my age and my eyes aren't what they used to be. Or I wouldn't be wearing glasses. Anyway, that's my little bit. Thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch up with you again another time. So bye for now.